Moving on to one of my favorite parts of the show, why would he say that? And this is, I am going at everybody who is starting the column, has already said it late last night. People that have been tweeting it out, and it's going to be all over sports media today. So we're gonna use why would he say that to get ahead of something. Kind of ahead of something. You're going to hear a lot today. Lamar Jackson is just scared of the Chiefs. He just can't get it done against the Chiefs. There's just something when he sees them that he can't perform correctly. Look, if you're going to make that claim because of his career record against the Chiefs, fine. I won't dispute that or argue and say that you're out of line or you're wrong or this, that, or the third. What I will say, however, is if you're using yesterday's game as an example, then yes, I think you're dead wrong. Lamar starts that game on fire. The second and third drive does not go obviously the way they want to. The defense starts falling apart. At what point do we go, oh yeah, that's not on Lamar Jackson because his defense, who's falling apart, has all these injuries, can't keep any, just guys are literally dropping down. He himself gets injured in that game and go, oh yeah, see, Lamar Jackson, it's just a psyche thing. Was it a psyche thing that made his defensive players not be able to finish the game? Was it a psyche thing that was causing it? I don't know. Maybe you tell me. Was it the mentality of just how scared they are to play the Chiefs that were causing injuries? Yes, I'm aware his record against the Chiefs doesn't look that great. I'm aware that he's had playoff struggles. Those are valid criticisms of Lamar Jackson. Those are valid stances, but based on evidence, that's not yesterday's game. Yesterday's game was injuries. Yesterday's game was circumstantial. It was not oh yeah, see, Lamar just can't get it done against the Chiefs. The Chiefs didn't even look like they were going to be extremely scared. They were settling for field goals. The offense was still struggling until what? Roquan Smith goes out. Marlon Humphrey goes out. Nate Wiggins goes out. They're already missing out of beat. Do we not all watch the game? Or are we just going to be box score people? Let's ask ourselves, are we just going to be box score people, or are we actually going to watch the games? Again, I will give some credence to maybe you just feel like this version of them, even if they're healthy, aren't going to be able to beat the Chiefs. But don't base off of yesterday. I remember watching the game. This is back from my childhood. It was the Titans and the Chargers. And the Chargers lost 5 guys during this game against Tennessee. And they ended up losing in the playoffs. This is close to the end of the regular season. They ended up losing the playoffs a couple years later. This isn't the Schottenheimer team. And everybody was going, man, see, the Chargers are never going to get it done. And I'm like, I don't like the Chargers. I don't want to defend them. But in my head, I'm thinking, they missed 3 or 4 guys on defense, 3 or 4 guys on offense. What are we judging them by? Yesterday, the Buccaneers and Eagles played a game. I was really impressed with the Buccaneers. I thought the Eagles were going to dominate that game. And they started off dominating that game. But then the Bucs, as they're making this comeback, I'm like, man, Baker Mayfield's incredible. He's doing this with several guys injured. They got cluster injuries. Still don't have Tristan Wirfs. He doesn't have Mike Evans. Chris Godwin just finally came back. I walked away from that game really impressed because I knew Tampa Bay was not at full strength. Yesterday, the Chargers-Giants game. You know why I'm not killing the Chargers? Even though they lost to a rookie quarterback making his debut? Because they lost their starting left tackle to start the season, and they lost their potentially, who's been their starting left tackle, but their great right tackle, Joe Alt. He got hurt in the game yesterday, gets carted off. I'm hoping, it's not as severe. It looks like it was just a high ankle sprain. It might just be a few weeks. But at what point do we go, they just are no longer physically, they don't have the guys anymore? Again, we started the show saying NFL teams are close in talent. At a starter level, that's true. You start getting into backups, And it's guys who weren't supposed to start. It's guys who weren't supposed to play big minutes, guys who weren't supposed to have big roles. Then you start seeing a talent disparity. Then you start seeing the gap. Because it wasn't like the Chiefs receivers were just all of a sudden were making all these great plays. Yes, what's the man's name? Not Thorne, but Xavier Worthy. He looked like he was ready to play yesterday. He looked like he was going to have a good game regardless. Everybody else only started really getting theirs and started showing up and making plays and making flash moments when they were going against backups. They didn't look like that against the starters. That was an injury-riddled game for the Baltimore Ravens. So let's chill out on the whole, oh, this just proves Lamar can't do it. What, this proves what? Lamar's the team doctor? Like, come on now. I'm not here for that. And a lot of people are going to say that today. And I'm just not here for the conversation. Like, we watched the game. We saw it. And I'm not even trying to be a Chiefs hater, but we all saw the same game, man.
I mean, if you want to be a part of one of the coolest, most unique communities, don't forget to like and subscribe.